There's growing evidence that social media is harming the mental health, physical health, and the academic progress of our young people.
Lieutenant Governor John Husted says those are some of the main forces behind the Social Media Parental Notification Act. It requires kids under the age of 16 get approval from a parent or guardian before using apps like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat.
At the moment that the parents sign them up, they can put filters on their social media platforms that their children are going to see that would limit, say, for example, how many hours a day they can be on it.
Parents will also be able to control the content on the apps and set usage restrictions. Parental consent could be verified by signing a digital form, using a credit or debit card, or using a government-issued ID.
All of those kinds of things are going to empower parents to have more of a say in what's happening in the digital lives of their children.
On the enforcement side, Husted says if companies don't create the verification method, they could be subject to fines or even a ban.
Anytime you do something for the first time, you have concerns about whether you've done it the right way. That's why we worked with the tech companies to say, look, we're trying to make sure that you can comply with this.
The Parental Notification Act is a great first pass that likely is going to have amendments as things begin to kind of work their way out.
Stephen Smith is managing partner of A Wired Family, a group that speaks to people across the tri-state about the effects of social media. He says the law is a good way to begin dialogue about the potential negative effects of social media use.
I think the act itself, at the very least, will help to start a conversation between mom and dad or grandma and grandpa and the child. I think too often that conversation doesn't begin.
We want to engage families in helping to talk about this issue and put guardrails around it. Nobody wants to ban social media.
Now, the law does not apply to various online shopping outlets, and Husted says he hopes this type of law in Ohio and in states like South Carolina and Utah will lead to a national law eventually passed by Congress.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much. Now, that act made its way into the state's operating budget that was signed by Governor Mike DeWine just last week. It goes into effect on January 15th of next year.
From breaking news to feel-good stories, Local 12 has it all. Tap subscribe and hit the links to find out more.